Special. Starring Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia. With special guest star, Beatrice Arthur.
Welcome back to Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast.
No.
Kadern.
Yeah.
There was a interesting tidbit of
I've noticed that
Star Wars related news.
graphics look a lot better in this game than they used to.
Really?
The texture, Stormtroopers look
they're
especially
shaded.
better.
They were shaded really nice.
Did you see the thing about the fan that brought up retitling?
Yeah, wasn't that great?
So
Sean, have you seen this?
okay, so a Star Wars fan,
He retitles. He
all the movies.
He switches around every title of the movie to actually make sense
And-
because of what happens in the movie.
yeah, and so like,
Yeah, let's just
it was-
walk through it.
Yeah, so Star Wars fan revised the titles for each of the series. So he switched them all around based off.
He didn't change the names.
No, he kept all the names. He just retitled the movies.
Oh.
So episode 1 is titled.
He gave a brief like
Yeah.
synopsis of what the movie is, like what all the titles like around the movie.
Yeah. So I'll just list off the titles, and then there's a couple explanations I can dip into. So for episode 1, titled "The Rise of Skywalker."
Okay. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Episode 2, titled "Revenge of the Sith." Episode 3, Attack of the Clones. Episode 4, Return of the Jedi. Episode 5, The Force Awakens. Episode 6, The Last Jedi. Episode 7, The Empire Strikes Back. Episode 8, A New Hope. And Episode 9, The Phantom Menace.
Because Palpatine comes back.
Yes.
But yeah, go through all the
So
reasons.
some of the stuff. The example is Attack of the Clones should be Revenge of the Sith, saying we find out that Palpatine, leader of the Sith, has ordered an army to destroy the Jedi. Therefore, Revenge of the Sith. He remarked episode 6, Return of the Jedi, should be changed to The Last Jedi because both Yoda and Anakin die, which makes Luke the Last Jedi.
Right.
And then he asserted that episode 7 should be The Empire Strikes Back because after the Empire is destroyed, a new Empire comes.
Right.
But yeah, this doesn't give every single explanation. But yeah, like you said with the Phantom Menace, obviously Palpatine behind the scenes pulling things, pulling the strings.
He's the menace of the whole show. Yeah.
And episode 1, obviously Rise of Skywalker. It's Anakin. Revenge of the Sith in episode 2, we kind of explained that. Attack the Clones because obviously Order 66 and everything that happens.
Yeah.
Episode 4, Return of the Jedi, obviously, because Luke is brought to the forefront. Obi-Wan's there, all that shit. Force Awakens, obviously, Luke becoming stronger in the Force and kind of, all that shit. Last Jedi, as they explained, he's the last one at the end of this.
Rattledy dap that.
Empire Strikes Back, obviously. The Empire Returns. A New Hope with Rey. And then Phantom Menace, like you said, because Pappy Boy. So that's interesting, and I like that, actually.
But the originals still make a little sense. The only thing that
It's just like you don't have to reach
No.
for those to make sense in those at all.
No, I didn't think it was much of a reach at all.
Yeah, it all makes pretty good sense. It's the pottery, guys.
Yeah.
Right. And the Phantom Menace, the episode 1, it still works because you don't know that there is the Emperor at that time.
Yeah.
The Emperor is still the one pulling all the strings.
And they thought the Sith were long gone at the time, too.
Exactly.
And were they talking about Darth Maul being the Phantom Menace or just Palpatine being the Phantom
Right.
Menace?
The Phantom Menace was who did they actually kill, the Master or the
Yeah,
Apprentice?
they had no clue.
So it was out of the blue. They don't know.
Did you see that dodge?
He kind of. He was kind of far away, but yeah.
No, I ducked that last
Oh, you
bolt.
ducked his bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Laser blast.
Oh god. Oh God. We made it.
If the screen starts shaking like uncontrollably,
It's always a
or you can
bad
like see your
sign.
desktop wallpaper, like that's bad.
There's no escape.
Who said that?
Who is that? Yeah. Who is you? Who even
We
is
were
you?
that person watching that happen. And he just like looks at that bridge below. And he's like, "You cannot escape. How dare you blow up my bridge?"
Them,
We hear a bunch of probe droids.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
them
There's
vertical
one.
line lights
Ooh.
that surround the door. Classic Star Wars. What are they doing in
They're
there?
having a debate.
Why are they in it?
They're in there like charging data transfer spots.
There's no purpose. Is this like a shop?
Yeah.
Droid
So
shop?
Heck yeah,
it's the
that little
droid
shit
bay.
now.
Is this
Whoa.
a droid shop or something? Or?
It's the probe droid bay.
Okay, cool.
They plug
So I
in
was like,
here to
okay.
upload their data
Because
and
at first I was
recharge.
just like, why are there just probe droids here, floating in this fucking room right now?
Why
What's the
wouldn't
point?
there be?
And then we got a little closer and saw some detail.
Yep.
And I was like, well,
No,
is
I
this
think
where,
there's
is this where the droids
supplies.
They sleep.
live?
They
Yeah.
take naps.
Yeah.
It's nap time.
Don't you remember we ran into a room just like this in Dark Forces 2?
Nope.
Right before we got to the
Don't
giant
remember anything.
Imperial base.
If it's not in front of him, he has no recollection of it
Yep.
ever happening.
I suppose Bracho's got the memory of a goldfish.
I do. Yeah, dude.
Unless it's a
Fucking-
fun fact.
Here's a fun one. So, at work, the comic shop, some dudes were kind of flipping through some back issues. We didn't quite have that whole situation figured out right now. We're organizing, we got a price bunch. So generally you don't let people back there, but the thing I was blocking wasn't there, so people were back there. I was like, maybe it's okay. And, but they found a bunch of stuff, they brought it up. And the only reason it wouldn't be okay is just simply, it takes time. So I'll have to sit there and price every single individual book out. So it's like, they brought it up, so I was pricing all these books out. One of them was the first appearance of Carnage. I didn't know that off the top of my head, but you know, we use eBay to kind of, you know, we average out
You fluctuate.
prices and whatever to give a fair, even price for it. And so they list, obviously, like first appearance of Carnage. And it was like $111 or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, these
That's a
guys
weird number.
were like at first they're like, oh dude, you knew, like I wouldn't know that this was the first Carnage, like I wouldn't figure it out, you know, and just sell
They're
it to
trying
them
to-
for like a normal price.
Hold that veil over your eyes. Like,
Well,
oh,
they
he
just
doesn't
didn't
know.
They just didn't bring it up,
The
you know, when they
poser-
brought it
the
up,
Poser, you don't
you
know
know?
anything about comics.
hoping that like I wouldn't figure it out and, you know, price it like a normal back
A
issue.
normal employee.
But like I looked it up. So, but anyway, they didn't have, and there was a bunch of other like, you know, kind of classic covers and issues and stuff. And the total ended up being like $200 and some. And they were like, oh shit, we didn't bring that much with us. So they ended up whittling it down to like $20 worth of stuff. And I was,
What the fuck?
which sounds like a lot, but really once you take out that $100 issue and then a few of the other ones that were $10+ or $20, it wasn't that much. But that happens a lot where people get big eyes because they found some exciting things, and then it's kind of outpriced, so they pick up the smaller shit that they got.
Did they even audibly say, "Oh, dude, he knew"?
Yeah. What?
Oh, give it up, dude. He knew. This guy knows how to do his job.
But anyway, all this
Damn it, we were hoping you were an idiot.
meandering setup to exemplify my horrible memory. They were like, oh, well, we might come back tomorrow and get more or whatever. And we do a thing where we have these comic mystery boxes or whatever you sign up for. And you get like $25 and you get more than that or whatever in single, like random issues we'll pick out. And then in one of the boxes we'll hide a special book that's like first, like, the last one was the first appearance of Boba Fett in comics, which is like $80 or $90 or some shit like that. So we'll do stuff like that. And I was like, oh, we can use this for the next one. So I hid it in this box because I knew they were coming back.
Okay.
And then the next day I came back to work. I knew where it was, and I grabbed it. From there, I don't know where it is. I remember it because I focused really hard on where I hit it the first time, so I knew where it was. I went and grabbed it. I put it somewhere to keep it safe. I don't know where that is.
You put it underneath somewhere.
It's in a box there
in a
somewhere.
box.
It's definitely in a box there somewhere. I don't know because I was trying to. The first time I was trying to be clever. This time I don't even. I think I was just like, oh, I'm gonna set this here. So I don't know where it's at.
So
And-
you instantly like hit it somewhere. Like, I have a good idea. Time for a lobotomy, and you're just like hitting yourself with
Yeah.
an ice pick. You're like, I will not forget this.
It's got it because I spent so much time focused on like worrying if they were gonna grab that or someone was gonna grab it from the first place that I didn't even think in the second place like, oh, it's safe now. So I have no idea where it is. And like the multiple days I've been like, where is this shit? Like trying to look for it and like whatever. It's there. It's not like I've lost it. It's just I don't know where to put it.
Is it a pretty big place?
That's kind of the definition of losing something, though.
Well, it's yeah, true. I just mean it's not gone. It's just
It's somewhere.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah.
In one of those boxes. But I had told my comics manager about it, saying like, oh, we could use it for whatever. And then so my boss brings it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't know where it's at still. It wasn't like a hard, you gotta find this. It was just like, oh, if you know where that's at, grab it. If not, you can just grab something
I
else.
think everybody's got to all hands on deck try to find it.
No, it's fine. But anyway, I was sitting down organizing back issues, which I do a lot, and there's a box next to me. I've looked through a bunch of boxes. I'm like, I would either put it in the front or the back, not in the middle, because that's stupid. And so I've looked front and back in all these boxes, haven't found them. And there's a box sitting next to me, and it was like, I have it labeled like what part of the alphabet it is. It's just a short box, and it says like 52 through F. So the number 52 through the letter F. And I was like, oh, well, there's an A, so Amazing Spider-Man could be in there, which is that issue. It's Amazing Spider-Man 361, which I only know because I've been trying to find it. I'm not a number nerd. I don't know that shit. And so I was just flipping through the Amazing Spider-Man. And like the whole time, I'm like, this is in like a bag and board, like the safety covering, or at least a bag. So that's what I've been looking for also. And then I look, and then there's a 361 in this box, right next to me, and I pull it out, and I'm just like,
Is this it?
I found it, and I'm
Do you have
almost,
multiples?
I'm almost 90%. That's just it. I'm almost 90% sure that isn't the one.
Oh gosh.
That I misplaced. Because it wasn't in a bag and board. It was just raw. And I was like, this could be it. I could have done this. Or someone could have, saw it sitting and then filed it. Or this is just a copy. Regardless, I have it for this mystery box.
Oh, good.
But it's still in the back of my head. I'm not convinced that that's it. I'm like 90% sure that's not the one I hid. So like, even though the entire reason for me worrying about it is gone, it's still sitting there
in your head.
But I have to go through all the boxes anyway to organize it. So if it's there, I'll find it.
It's like when somebody moves something of yours that you always keep in one position, and you're like,
Yeah.
who moved my shit? Did I do that? Who moved this? Where did it go?
Right. Long story long, Sean's right. My memory sucks. Especially short-term, like casual memory. It's just
Hey.
it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
What is this little?
They're little, like sentry droids.
Yeah, but we'll have to be back in the next episode with more discussions on Star Wars. I guess we beat a level 2.
We did.
We beat a level, guys.
We're on to level 2.
We're on to level this close to getting our saber.
This close. This close.